FNAF World is a very interesting game to say the least. This game had its fair share of controversies and was very, and I mean very hated. My question though has always been why? FNAF World definitely changes things up quite a bit. It's not you in a stationary office anymore watching cameras and closing doors. It's a fun little open world RPG. Now this is really the main reason why FNAF World is hated so much in the first place. It changes the original system that we all knew to something so much more different and unique. I feel like this game had a very rough start from the beginning. What I mean is the trailer. The trailer starts off with a very scary vibe, then it transitions to some cute little fun gameplay of FNAF World. I feel like the trailer instilled a scary vibe to it, and then it turned into something else, which is why I think many people got mad about it, because they were expecting something different, and what they got in return wasn't that. A lot of people were confused too. I mean, what the hell, Scott? We want a new point and click FNAF game. We don't want anything different. I mean, we did just go from FNAF 4, like literally the scariest FNAF game, to FNAF World, a cute RPG, so it's understandable how people react. But personally, I don't think FNAF World was all that bad. Sure, it switched up everything quite a bit, but it's a whole new game, something we haven't seen from Scott before, and I find the game pretty enjoyable. There's lots of content within it and different modes to play on, so the replayability factor, which is something all games need to be successful, is definitely there. But like any sort of media, there's people who love the game and there's people who hate it. And how did Scott react to this? He took it off Steam immediately and then re-released it on GameCholt with a new update. The best choice ever? That's definitely up for debate, but I feel like FNAF World really fell into obscurity and was forgotten. Scott does actually touch on the subject of FNAF World and why he made it in an interview with Dawko, which I will let you hear it now if you haven't already.
Why did you decide to change things up and make FNAF World?
Well, I do have some reasons for why I made it, even though they're not. It doesn't mean it was a good idea. Just just because I want to go ahead and get that out front. Just because I had reasons for making it doesn't mean it was a good idea. One part of it was just that. I mean, there's only so much that you can let your mind focus on. Murders and tragedy and stuff like that before it, you kind of start cracking, even if it's just stories that you're making. And I had to make something more lighthearted. And in hindsight, what I should have done is, I should have used that for a troll game, or I should have, made something like, Foxy Fighters. Saying Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was the right game at the right time. FNAF World, that wasn't a good time for it to be made, because I was already in the rhythm of making games that were coming out not too far apart from each other. I was making them pretty fast, and that's what people were wanting and expecting, and that's what I was wanting to do anyway. I'm not, blaming people for wanting that. That's what I had created, that pattern, and I was happy with that. I liked making games really fast, but that was just a really poor decision of a game to try to make fast.
Okay, have you learned anything making this game?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot. In fact, right before you called, I was kind of thinking over that game, and I realized that that's probably the least valuable game I've ever made as far as profit is concerned. But it's also the single most valuable game out of the entire franchise. And the reason is because what I learned from FNAF World is what is driving every single project going on right now. It is serving as the gemstone of quality control in my mind, and it has solidified exactly what I have to do going forward. If I was treating the movie as I was treating my game series at the time I made FNAF World, we would be 3 movies into the FNAF movies by now. Yeah, and they would probably be terrible. If I had the mindset that, oh hey, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, people will love it, regardless of quality, then we would already have several movies and they would all be terrible. I mean, And this, Ultimate Custom Night would have come out way too soon, and it just served as a really important lesson for me that you should never take. It taught me to never take for granted. How special it is to have a group of people who are eager to play what you make. FNAF World taught me to never take for granted your fan base.
Like I said, I don't think FNAF World is the absolute worst game ever. That title goes to Night 4 in Sister Location. It was terrible. Like Scott said, he learned many things from FNAF World. So if anything, FNAF World can be taken as a learning experience for Scott. So why was FNAF World so hated? Because it seemed like Scott was approaching the game with less effort to the community, and many people just thought he was in it for the marketing at this point. I know this was a short one, and I'm sorry for that. For those of you who stuck around till the end, I do need to have a talk. I am still in school. I just started high school, which is the most important years of school, so I want to take it seriously. I made this channel during summer break for fun, and I never would have thought I would become so hooked on making videos. Basically, what I'm saying is videos are gonna slow down quite a bit. My videos take me around 6 hours total to do, and I don't have a lot of free time every day, so videos are gonna go down from once a week to 2 a month. I hate having to do this at the rise of my channel, but I have no choice. That's all I gotta say, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to all my supporters and everything, and yeah, bye guys.